this without blubbering. Jason and I, in addition to some good times on Pilgrim, shared a tattoo artist. So when I was upset about my dog passing away, I decided I would get a tattoo. And Jason sent me with complete understanding of where I was coming from to his tattoo artist. So I want all of Jason's family, and especially his parents, to know how much we loved having Jason aboard Pilgrim. He was a greatly valued member of our crew family, although right now I'm trying to figure out when he had time. I'm honored to speak in their behalf, and I'm honored to speak to you about your son and brother. Jason was a talented, hard-working sailor. He and I spent a lot of time side by side aloft on the yards, furling sail, putting up Christmas lights, or just climbing to the highest point on the mast for the sheer joy of climbing. He was always there to lend his strong hands and big smile to whatever work was needed. If you ask members of the Pilgrim crew what they remember most about Jason, they will tell you to a man and woman that they remember his big laugh. Even those who didn't have the pleasure of sailing with him and didn't know him, upon hearing of his passing last week, said, "You mean the guy with the laugh? The one who was always smiling?" And they shake their heads in disbelief, and all of us wonder, how can he possibly be gone? My own most enduring memory of Jason, aside from the tattoo artist, involves his joyous laughter. In July of 2009, Pilgrim was in a commercial shoot in LA, and Jason sailed with us, and we spent 3 nights aboard the ship, and all day long working. On one of those nights, I was really tired, but I couldn't get to sleep. And the main reason I couldn't get to sleep was because Jason and some friends were still up. Jason was standing very close to the hatch, nearest my bunk, doing what he did so well, laughing at regular, close, loud intervals. I would drift off, then Jason's laugh would just explode down the ladder, and I would startle awake. It was impossible to sleep when Jason was laughing nearby, so I finally got up, stumbled onto the deck, and asked them to move their festivities aft, which they did amid smiles and apologies. I went back to the forecastle, lay down, and closed my eyes. I could still hear him in the distance. I didn't complain again. Jason's laughter was his gift, and he gave it liberally. I saw Jason for the last time a few months ago. Several of us were aloft furling a sail, and he passed by on the dock below. He hadn't been on board in a while, and always glad to see him, we yelled at him, "Hey, come back! Get over here and help us with this sail." Without breaking stride, he was obviously on his way somewhere else. He flashed us his big smile and waved goodbye before turning towards his destination. I had no idea how sweetly ironic that moment would prove to be, but I'm glad I had one last glance of Jason on his way somewhere else. I was not acquainted with Jason's religious beliefs or the beliefs of his family when I wrote this. I know your hearts are broken and no platitudes can comfort you, but I do believe that Jason is on his way somewhere else. And Jason, even though you have moved your laughter aft, we can still hear you in the distance. And I would like to ask all of you to join me in the Pilgrim crew in giving Jason one last send-off. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip,